Hey friends, it's September again and I know a lot of international students are coming to the UK for their studies. So this video is for you whether you are a student in the UK or you are entering the UK for the first time. This video might save you some money if you stay to the end. Now here are 10 essential apps that will make your life easier in the UK. And I'll divide them into 3 categories. In order of priority, obviously you're going to need a place to stay first. So here are my top 2 recommendations for the fastest way to get an accommodation in the UK, particularly if you don't want to live in the accommodation provided to you by the school. Number 1 is Spare Room. So Spare Room is the app for you if you are looking for a cheap way to get an accommodation in the UK. As the name suggests, you can find people who are looking for a place to share. It doesn't mean that you cannot get an accommodation where you can live alone, but it's a good place if you want to save some money. So the way Spare Room works is this. You kind of go on the app and you can easily search for flatmates or just search for rooms and properties to rent. So if you start to search for, I'll give you an example. If you already have a place you are staying, but maybe the amount of money you are paying is too much, and you're looking for somebody to live with you. If you go under search for flatmates, it's a very good place. You go there and of course insert your postcode, let's say London for example. So you see people who are also looking for accommodation, and if you're happy with their budget, you can contact them to come live with you and both of you can share the money per month. So that's one side of Spare Room. When you go back, you can also see search for rooms and properties, and when you go on there, let's look at London again. There you go. So you can search for rooms here as well. That's for people who are actually looking for a place to rent. So you can see the amount. Obviously, London is expensive, so I'm not surprised at the amounts here. And that's how Spare Room works. But the good thing is, like I said, even if you get an apartment that you really cannot afford all alone, you can share with somebody as well by looking for a flatmate on Spare Room. The other app I would recommend for accommodation is Zoopla. Zoopla is one of the most famous when it comes to accommodation in the UK, and you can find different types of accommodation on Zoopla for you to rent. The second category is where I really want to focus on, particularly for students. I know that many people who are coming from overseas to study here, they're already paying a lot of money in tuition. So I can understand how you might want to manage the money you are coming into the country with. So I've got 2 great apps that are really good. You can get free items on this apps, or at the very least buy something very cheap. Of course, these are used items, and sometimes you might be lucky to get very new items that other people don't want that you can collect for free. So my friend introduced me to this app just recently, and I think it's a great app that everyone needs to know about. And obviously it's not just for you to go there and collect things. You can also give what you don't want anymore to people who need them. The app is called Olio. Olio is a great app if you're looking for free items. Let's search on it. So Olio, download the app. You come to the home page like this. You can see free items. You can go under food or non-food. To be honest, you could easily be eating free food through this app if you want. They might not have everything that you need, but at least you can get by with some of the things here if you are really struggling. So the good thing about Olio is it will show you things around your neighborhood. So if you live in London or you are schooling in London, for example, Olio can easily make you see only the things around you within your vicinity. So you can see the food items, and if you go under non-food, you could also see other things there. And there is the option for free items or items you can buy for people who are actually selling things there, and they are quite cheap, to be honest. You could also borrow items, but sometimes I find that under the borrow items, some of the items are actually free. They're marketed on that borrow items, but you could do borrow items here. Or if you go under wanted, these are people who are looking for stuff, and you also can add things that you need. So let's say I'm looking for a sofa, for example. I could just go under add. You say what exactly are you looking for? You can see under wanted, it says ask for something. So you can easily go there and maybe put pictures of what you need, put a title and description, and pick up times when you are available. If you're available at all times, you can easily put that there, maybe all day, and there you go. I really recommend this app for anyone who really need help with gathering stuff without having to go buy them. And obviously you can see under the communities, people ask questions and get responses. You can also post stuff there and answer people as well. So it's the community section. This second app for where you can get free items or very cheap is actually on Facebook Marketplace. And this is not anything new. A lot of people already use Facebook Marketplace. Myself, I use Facebook Marketplace to get things as well. So it's just as easy as going on Facebook, and you can see the marketplace icon down on the app. But the challenge I have with Facebook Marketplace, to be honest, is sometimes they tell you that things are free, but they are not really free. Like this first item here, this sofa bed for sale, but it says free underneath. So you can actually contact the seller and you can bargain that way. But disclaimer, beware of scammers. Do not pay for any item you have not seen with your eyes. If at all you are buying anything on Facebook Marketplace, please do not pay for any items you have not seen with your eyes. Usually most of these items are for collection only. So if somebody is saying they're going to arrange delivery for you on Facebook Marketplace, I do not recommend it. Go to the person and collect the item by yourself. Otherwise, you might pay money without seeing the item. So that's the only caveat to Facebook Marketplace, but it's really, really good. So that is it with Facebook Marketplace. All right, let's move on to category 3, and it's about financial services. When I moved to the UK, I wasn't able to go directly to a physical bank to open a bank account, so I made use of the online banking system, which is very reliable. Most of them are very reliable, at least the ones that I've been exposed to. And I can recommend Monzo, and I think Monzo now has a physical bank. I'm not exactly sure anymore, but I heard the rumor that they were opening a physical bank. So Monzo is a good place to start. They'll just ask you a few questions, you answer them and put your address, they verify your ID card, and you're good to go. They'll send you your card, your debit card right away. Maybe within a week, you should get your debit card at your doorstep. I recommend Monzo 100%. Till today, some of us still use Monzo accounts, and I know a few people who still use Monzo account even for their salary. The second one is Revolut. Revolut is also an online banking platform that you can easily register onto. The physical banks can be quite demanding, so it might be helpful for you to set up an online bank when you first come into the country. Then number 3 is LemFi, who are kindly sponsoring this video. LemFi is my go-to app for international money transfer. So I know that students are allowed to work at least for 20 hours during their session. If you want to send money internationally, LemFi is highly recommended by me. You can now make transfers to 10 African countries from the UK, US, or Canada, and the recipient will receive the money in the local currency. And LemFi has one of the best rates out there. You can make your transfers with 0 transfer fees. And that is not all. If you're a Nigerian student starting uni in the UK in September 2024, at the time of making this video, LemFi has got something for you. You can win one of 100 boxes filled with Nigerian food, stationery, and other goodies. So register now with LemFi and use the referral code on your screen. Check in the description below to see details on how you can win one of the boxes. Terms and conditions apply. Now to the third and final category. It's transportation. Obviously, the best way to move around anywhere is using your Google Map. But there are other apps that can make your life easier. For the UK, if you plan on using the train, then I would recommend Trainline or TrainPal. These are 2 great apps where you can plan your train trips. You can also check times and dates for different trains, and also plan your journeys on the app. Whichever city you are in, I would highly recommend that you get the bus app for that city. For example, in the city of Southampton, we have the Blue Star, and that is what I have. So you can easily go on there and see the times that the buses come to wherever you want to move from and to. Then the third one is called City Mapper. To be honest, I'm still getting used to this app. I got introduced to the app when I traveled out of the UK, and it's very helpful to help you navigate any city at all. So I would highly recommend you to download City Mapper. You might also want to check out this next video so that you don't make the same mistakes that I made when I came to the UK newly. And that's it from me. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them as much as possible. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.